when I was young and I wanted to like learn more about bodybuilding, I would go to the bodybuilding forums and someone was going through the exact same thing I was doing and they were talking about it. Yeah, I watched Ben Mala too. I watched all the I don't want to say all, but I watched a ton of these guys that on YouTube, and I'm in the Manny Khoshbin private Facebook group. I pay like $80 a month, or I forgot how much it is, like $70 a month for that one. And I actually ask questions in there, and he answers for me. Like he does videos once a week, and Manny does like the coolest stuff ever. If you guys don't know Manny Khoshbin, he's like a badass dude. Like Manny Khoshbin is this guy right here. Like with the look at this. Like look at this guy. Okay, this guy, he just got this car. He's not a billionaire so he isn't actually a billionaire. He's a millionaire. But you don't like he does it like he does what I want to do, but he does it on a huge scale. So he'll buy and there's a video on YouTube that's very interesting that I recommend you guys watch. I think it's which explains almost based on this video alone. That's how I went and did my first office deal. You could learn so much. I swear to God, dude. I was able to learn all this stuff, and now when I go in and when I talk to banks and something, they always they're like, dude, how do you know about this? How do you know about this? And it's all because I read about someone or watch something. And my wife always complains because I'm always on YouTube and I'm just watching some random podcast or some random thing like this. All right, let's watch it together. Hell yeah. All right. So this is Manny Khoshbin. He owns a shit ton in real estate, and he does mainly commercial. Mainly like he doesn't do multifamily, but he does commercial. So that's what got me into commercial real estate too. So let's watch this.
One of my properties that I recently purchased and show you how I double my money every year. Let's go. So you ask why this building? Well, when I was searching on LoopNet in Huntington Beach, in general in Orange County and it was priced, well below other properties. It was at $220 a foot or so, and I read the comments. It said huge price reduction, and that's always music to my ears. So I knew the seller's motivated. It had a low occupancy of 72 compared to the market. The market's around 90, 95. So there was a value component to it where I could lease it up and earn additional
what category
revenue,
amount?
income.
I should be in the just chatting category.
And most importantly, it stayed in there. The sellers invested over $1 million in improving the property. So that tells me there is not much deferred maintenance I have to deal with after buying it.
I changed it.
So it was a perfect storm, or a perfect opportunity, I should say. And I called a broker, got more feedback. I found out there is a group of investors that put their money into this private small fund, and they were tired. They wanted to get their money out. And
see what he's explaining right now is why people sometimes are selling these, because clearly, like if he's able to buy that property and put a little bit of money into it and then sell it for double its value, why aren't the current owners doing that? And he's explaining that a lot of times these buildings and these stuff, they're owned by a group of people that are all like retired. They just want their money out. They already made a lot of money on the property, and they don't even care what the property is worth anymore. They just want to get their money out at current value, whatever they can get, and maybe to put it into something else, or they have deals. So whenever it's a group of people that are like a syndicate that owns a property, that's good for you, because you know that they want out. They want to sell it. Or they lost a lot of money on it and they went out. Exactly. So then maybe they bought it with an idea that we're going to get this, we're going to pour like $2-3 million into it and it's going to be amazing. And then they poured $2-3 million and they realized, whoa, we need to put $3-4 million more. We don't want to do that. Let's get out, So that's how you find these deals. And there's always people like that. Because people always are like, I don't believe this deal. Why would anyone sell this,
And there you go. And made the phone call and made a deal, and I offered them $199 a foot because I wanted to be psychologically, I wanted to be below 200. And everything in that area is listed for $250 to $280 a foot. So there's plenty of upside. And there was a small deferred maintenance. I remodeled the elevators, all the common area carpet, paint. I got rid of the blue paint, made it gray, as you guys can see. So there was a minimal capital expenditure on my end. I think I spent $250,000. So bought the property for 9.6, spent another 250. My cost is 9.85 at this point, and I'm listing it right now for 12.75 million, and we are at 96% occupancy. Let's go there and show you the property. This is sweet because this is in my backyard in Orange County, California, and I'm going to show you what I've done to the property. So what I've done to the lobby, I repainted the entire lobby common area with.
So just so you guys understand, right there, he was like, when he talks about the numbers here, he's talking about his numbers right now is he's selling it for 9.85 is what he bought it for, but he didn't put 9.85 down. You understand what I mean? So he got a loan, a big loan for this. Like he probably got he probably put 25% down on this. I don't remember. I think he goes over it later. But that's how all these deals are. Like, he didn't just buy this. He put 25% down on this, and then he put another $250,000 of his own money in. So he's in it for less. I bet he's in it for less than 2.6 million, and that's what, or he's in it for around the same, that amount already, and he's gonna profit 2.6 million.
96% occupancy. I repainted.
And you see, like, the stuff he does, like, it's super carpet. It's not hard to do, but it's super necessary to do if you're trying to attract more tenants and attract more people and raise rents. You need to do stuff like this.
And
as
also
owner.
modernize the lobby. Move the directory against the wall. New elevator cabins. This building has 2 elevators. Take a look. So I went with gray, and looks amazing. Let's go to the 3rd floor. So as you can see, I replaced all the carpet, and that's a lot of carpet. And I repainted the entire ceiling red and also the walls. So it's gives it a fresh look, kind of modernized it. Before it had blue carpet, blue doors, and the exterior was blue. It was yuck. It was like 1980s. I will show you some of my tenant spaces, but I can't disturb their business. But rest assured, it looks amazing. And like I said, it was 72% occupancy when I purchased it, and I'm at 96% occupancy now. Let's go take a look at a new tenant that we're doing the build outs for.
So I'm gonna just fast forward a little bit so he gets to the point where
they can. And a great lease. Warner property for 9.6 million. I put 25% down, which was about
so see, he put 25% down there.
$2.4 million cash.
So he put 2.4 cash. So you have to have, he has this money cash. He has to have this kind of money.
Borrowed 7.2 million. Loan. And that was my total purchase price. I then spent $250,000 in improvements.
Okay, so he put $250,000 in improvements. How much cash has he spent from his own money, cash? How much has he spent so far? Come on, guys. Times are. Let me see how, if you guys are paying attention. There it is, 2.65. Perfect.
So
you guys are paying attention.
Remodel.
So now look at how much profit he would make.
Is 9.85. After the remodel, I am selling the property now for 12.75 potentially, and that would give me a $2.9 million gain, and then I'm anticipating about $300,000 in sales commission and closing costs, so that would leave me 2.6 million. Total profit.
So he said, how long did he say this took him? Like a year and a half. So he pretty much made 100% returns on his money in a year to year and a half. Like, that's no. The commission isn't. He's saying 300,000 commission is not based on the 2.9. It's based on the 12.7. That's what the commission's based on. So it's actually probably like 6% or something like that.
0.4 plus a 250, so I'm 2.65.
Yeah, so the loan and interest, right? So not counting rent, taking the loan interest. So he obviously during this time he has money coming in from the current tenants, and as he rents out more, he's making money. So he's making cash flow. He should be making money. He might not be. He might be taking all that money and paying the loan off. But just to assume he's not only is he doubling his money in a year, but he's also for that year he also made cash flow on the money.
5 million invested cash, and I'm getting 2.6 million out, thereby almost doubling my money, almost. And hopefully I'll double my money with the net rental income I've been receiving from the property. So there you have it.
Yeah, see, so he mentioned that too with the so no, and then taxes. So listen to this. So here's the best part about all of this, and this is how he does his money. This is how you grow. So then he has 2.6 million now in total profit, right? He can take that entire 2.6 million now and just put it directly into another property, just like the one he just sold. That probably needs some work. He could take that money, put it there with a little bit of other money, and it's called the 1031 exchange, and he'll never pay taxes on it. He'll just keep making money off the income from the properties that he holds. So like people like him have maybe 1031 exchanges going on at any given time. So he's constantly buying and selling, but he's also has a different part where he's holding. The ones he's holding are the ones that are making him in the income. For him to be able to afford all these crazy cars that he has and all that, he's making a consistent cash flow income that's coming for, it's just money in his pocket no matter what, that's coming from his other properties. And then the properties, once they hit a certain amount, he goes and does a 1031 exchange and does it. Yeah, Ben Mala does it with hotels. So Ben Mala, if he doesn't know who Ben Mala is, okay, this is his channel right now, but he got famous. He used to be on another one called the Life for Sale